All right, look, I discovered one thing here today. You always learn something, and that's with the steam vent. It was just, I ordered some new parts, but look, they're all the exact same size and everything. But this one didn't really just work. The pressure stayed right, but it kind of did its little pop every now and then. I didn't like it. I switched between the plastic tip to the little silver ball. I did a few variations just to see, used a new spring and another new one, but it worked right, but it just every now and then had a little poof. And then I discovered by reading that some of the newer machines have a smaller hole than the older ones. So I thought it might be vice versa. So I had one, but I ordered one from the two-switch machine because I just wanted to see officially, right? So what I did was I went in. This is the new one I got, so I was able to slide my chopstick in, just mark it with my finger how far it would go. But then when I go up on the machine, let's see, you can right? Yeah, it doesn't go. It's about shoot. There's about that much difference. So this is a good way that I can't really tell the exact millimeters, but I could see that this hole is smaller. That's probably why it does that. So I'm probably going to have to switch over to this one, which is the original and has a little tiny bigger hole. I never knew that. But anyway, that's because this is probably the newest boiler I've ever worked with because it had the coarse threads and it was a little different. So this actually is from one of a newer machine. Probably had a different pressure switch or something on that one, whatever one it came from. But anyway, so I'm going to have to switch that out so it works right. Because I think with the two switch machine, the newer style one that probably this size is made for, might not work right either. So anyway, I could go both ways and order both and test that, I guess. Maybe I'll do that sometime. But other than that, it's all working good. And I was just going to go ahead and put that on, and we'll see how it works. So anyway, you always discover something, and that's just one little anomaly I discovered, so I'm going to go ahead and fix that. All right, so I didn't take the whole thing, but I switched out this part because before this nut would sit so high up out of the top of it. So this part may have been a little thicker or I don't know what, but anyhow. So even with the whole experiment, I still didn't replace this part yet. So we're going to do because of the hole size is a little different. So anyway, maybe the older two switch are supposed to have a little bigger hole, not smaller. I assumed it was going to be smaller. So let's just heat it up and see what it does, because when I just switched these two things, this one and the holding nut, it did screw down as low as all the other ones look. That was one of the things. This thing sat up so high. I thought something was different, but it could have been this too. There could be a little anomaly in there or something. This is an older one, but I really splurged on a new one. I probably could have got a brand new Espresso, one of the new Esperanos or something. For this, I'll have to add it up. I really didn't add everything up on this, but it may have actually cost more to build this than a new machine. But I like this one a lot better because it's the way I wanted it. And so we're going to go ahead and fire up one of the other machines back there. And this one we're warming up to test it. And that's going to be pretty cool. Maybe we'll have Wood to pull this shot. Maybe not. Anyhow, let's go ahead and steam some milk over here. And we'll let this one keep heating. Oh, there it goes. Let me turn this one down. You can get a good view of how this one works. Okay. Yoo-hoo. Well, you're on it, baby. So there it goes. It's a little smoother than before. Just go down to the lower, and let's see what it settles down to. It brings it up to about 1.5 bars on the high switch on its high point like that. And then, this one isn't, the other one would pop like that, see? Let's see if this one does. I may end up switching that out, but I wanted to do one extra experiment. Even though all the pressures here stay the same, and I don't know if that hole size really makes it. Maybe it makes a little enough difference with the pressure, but I do know this sits down lower like normally, and it's doing pretty good. Before, with the other setup, it would still pop a little bit every now and then. This is doing pretty good. Anyway, maybe those holes are always a little different. I don't know. Maybe it's okay. Maybe it's just the way that's set. But anyway, I will in the future switch this out anyway. But for right now, it's working. Better part of valor, just leave things be. But let's go ahead and make a coffee here on this one, and we'll make one on Old Goldie at the same time, so I have two going at once. I did something else is I switched the portafilter. I went to the same handles. I had the two different ones, and I don't know, I wanted the older handle. And of course I have a bottomless now. Coffee lot, it matches in. I just wanted to go with that. I got the original. I just wanted them to match. So I did modify that from my original setup. And let's see how the coffee lot works. Excellent. We'll spin it around a little bit. You can kind of see the dials. It idles pretty good. I haven't moved the lever, so it's idling at just a bit over 1 bar is what it's idling at. So when we switch this around, maybe we'll see if it idles a little different. But anyway, this one but of course I haven't pulled this up, so let's go ahead and bring up the lever. I know that the pressure profiler so far tend to need more pre-infusion time. Let me go pull up my other machine right over here. So in some of the machines you can see if it seems like a high pressure, it'll drop when you lift the handle, but this didn't really. It stays about the same, just a little over 1. That's what it's tending to idle at, and it'll be interesting to see when I switch that out with the larger hole. Will it idle at a little bit lower pressure? So that's maybe people with a higher idle may have gotten a different hole there or something. Who knows? But anyway, it's always fun to experiment. Yeah, hear that? Boop. That's what I mean. That's why I want to switch it out. I don't like that. So I think it will be good. Yeah, and I see how it does that. It's been working good, but yeah, it'll be nice to switch to this, and then we'll know. So let's go ahead and so yeah, we just learned something. Yeah, see? Now it goes a little different. But we got pre-infusion, and yeah, so we learned we're going to have to switch this over, then we'll know definitively that the larger hole keeps the pressure right. But let's go ahead and let's see what happens here. I don't know if you can see that. I haven't really played around with this pressure dealy that much yet, but let's see what happens. This is my usual tamp. And my usual pressure, which seems to really go maybe to 5 and 6. And that feels like my usual. So I'm going to leave there. I know people like to try to get these higher pressures there, but anyway, that came out good. Look at that. Even though we have a couple adjustments, so excellent. Really excellent. Anyhow, I'll wrap it up. This is one of my mocha pots. It's Benjamin and Malden. Anyway, if you go to on Etsy to Espresso Classic, I'm selling some of my rarer mocha pot machines. This one's pretty darn neat. But, I'm going to clean this one up, but I don't know if I let it go. But it sits maybe someone, look at that thing. It's pretty damn cool. But anyway, you can go check out on there. And then I also have something super cool. Is you can also get there at Espresso Classic, the Art of La Pavoni Espresso, the first in a series. There's Misty Blue. You can get one of these, and I'll ship it right to you with its certificate. And there's only going to be a limited number of these, and then the next one I have coming out is going to be a little, another machine. So there'll be a whole series, and they'll be limited, so no one will have this 1.25 after you have it. There's only going to be a limited number, but yeah, those are pretty cool. And Yeah, yeah, Espresso Classic on Etsy, you can go there. That's my only sales pitch. That's just for fun, but yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a copy of Misty Blue. So there we went. We discovered something. We got that little popping going on. We're going to fix that. But it's still making good coffee. You could probably live with that if you wanted to. But yeah, there we go. Better go this way or the British guys might not like it.